So you can see by my shirt, right? Hopefully there's no barbecue on. I had barbecue for lunch. I think I cleaned it all off. Sorry, don't watch this in HD. And you'll probably be okay. I think you can see this. Jiu-jitsu. It says jiu-jitsu fighter. I'm a proponent of self-defense. I've already talked about that once. I think that people should be able to take care of themselves. I also think that kids should get in fights. I got in a lot of fights growing up. One guy I got in a fight with like every year. It was just stupid stuff. I was a jerk. Sometimes he was a jerk. Sometimes we were both jerks sometimes. And I'm actually pretty good friends with him now. You know, 20 years later, I'm like, hey, dude, how you doing? And it's like, man, I'm sorry I was such a douchebag to you. He's like, hey, man, I'm sorry I was a douchebag to you. And now we're friends on Facebook and we talk and we, you know, so it's not a bad thing. And you got to learn that you got to hold your tongue sometimes. I'm teaching that to my 11-year-old right now. I said, if you go and you start spouting all this crap to somebody, you're going to get punched in the face. Because you can't just say all these different things to somebody without consequences. Now, you might beat them up, right? You might get in a fight and you might win. But you're still going to get in a fight with somebody if you say the wrong stuff to enough people. Somebody's just going to say, you know what, I've had enough. And I think that would teach people a lot. I think that if kids got punched in the face by their peers, no child abuse, don't try to put stuff in my mouth, words in my mouth, no child abuse. But I think if kids were allowed to scrap it out and have some fights and learn that, man, getting punched in the face hurts. I can tell, getting punched in the face hurts. Okay? Getting knocked out sucks. And maybe if you had those consequences in front of you, you wouldn't say the things you want to say. I play Xbox a lot. And I grew up in the generation of gamers. And I still love to play video games. And you got all these little kids on there that think they can say whatever they want to. Right? You got all these people on Facebook being, you know, E-ninjas or E-warriors or whatever, thinking that they can say whatever they want to. I've never said anything on Facebook to anybody that I want to say to their face. That's all there is to it. That's kind of a rule I've had for a long time. If I want to say it to your face, I won't say it via social media or electronic means, because I think that those people, e-thugs, that's what I call them, e-thugs, they just think they're a bunch of thugs that say whatever they want to. But you know, if they said some of this stuff to the right people or the wrong person, depending upon your viewpoints on this, they would get busted in the face. And I think they need that. It will ground them. It will teach them some humility. It'll teach them some self-control. And it will teach them some strategy and maybe some tactics, and say, you know what? This isn't the best place for it. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should say it differently. Right? Maybe I should say it this way. Maybe I should say it that way. So, you know, another reason I like jiu-jitsu, it's you and another guy or another chick. And there's no team to back you up or back them up. It's you against them, and is your jiu-jitsu better than they are? And if your jiu-jitsu is the same, who's in better shape? And if you're both in really good shape and your jiu-jitsu is the same, then who's stronger? Right? It all comes down to who is better. And there's a loser and there's a winner. They call it human chess because there's so many options. Every second you've got to choose one thing or another, and you've got stuff thrown at you, you've got to respond to it. And you lose a lot. I just started. I lose a lot. And they say you either win or you learn. So I'm in the learning stages. And a lot of humility comes to me, right? Because I've got a buddy, again, guy that works at Taco Bell. And I often say to people when I see him, hey, what's up? Hey, you know, I say, hey, you want to fight? Just as like a, hey, what's up kind of thing. You know, all my friends know it. And my buddy's at the drive-through window, and I see somebody taps in the window, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's him. And I look and I say, hey, is that so-and-so? And he's like, yeah. I was like, hey, you want to fight? I'm looking out my window here because I'm in my car, right? You want to fight? He's like, yeah, I do. I was like, crap, he beats me. Never mind, man. You know, and, you know, there's a 52-year-old dude that just whoops my butt. And that's humbling because I think I'm some big macho guy, right? I'm 230 something pounds, 5'11". You know, I'm a tough macho man, right? But you can't do that. You get humbled real quick. And that's what people need, is that humbling, knowing that where they stand, the pecking order. So, again, like this on wherever you like it, and share it wherever you want to, and tweet it. I'm not a tweeter. I don't do that. I do Facebook. Maybe I should get a page. Anyway, share this with your friends, and encourage your kids to be respectful, but stand up for themselves.